Mighty Mondays on the O Factor with Olwetu Nodada.
Oh yes, this is the O Factor right here on Heart FM. It is a Mighty Monday, the 9th of December, counting down to that big festive season, the season of giving. Because it's a Mighty Monday, we have Candice Warner in with us in studio for another Mighty Monday, and really going to break down something that's so important. First of all, good morning, welcome back.
Good morning, lovely to be back in this space. 3 weeks now.
It makes me so happy.
I'm loving this, I'm loving it.
I feel like I'm drawing so much from your energy, and it's really great. And I hope the listeners are feeling exactly the same way. You know, having the chance to converse with you makes it so much more tangible. I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay, gifting.
I can relate, yes. I think we're about, we're in that time of year now where it really is all about the gifts, and this is often the interpretation of Christmas. It's everywhere you go. When you're going into the mall, I think they start those Christmas decorations in October, just reminding us of the gift season, or the season of gifts. And often we're thinking about, what is it that I'm going to buy? What am I going to get this person to show them my love, my attention? And that's really what it ultimately comes down to. It is about the love, the attention, and the affection that we're able to share with those in our lives. And often those things do not require price tags, believe it or not.
That expression of love and affection.
Yes, that it's often not about the present, but about your presence with your loved ones. And so I think a question we can ask, something that we're able to reflect back to ourselves in this season, is, what is it that this person or this family member really needs from me right now? And I think if you were to truly sit with that one for a bit, you'd find that it's potentially not in a wrapped box, or with a price tag attached. That often what people need is just you being present, you listening, you offering your time. Often when family would reach out to me, one of the things that would be said is that you've been so busy, you are so busy. I'm always hearing that all week, by the way. You've been so busy. I had a family member earlier this week that needed advice on something that she was going through in her personal life, and she started the conversation by saying, I really don't want to bother you because I know that you've been so busy. And the first thing I responded was saying to her, absolutely not. Never would I be too busy to listen to this message, to respond to this message. I'll make time to respond to this message. And so, yes, reflect that back to yourself. Ask, what is it that this person needs of me in this time? You might find that it's not contained in a box or with a price tag attached to it.
Material beyond material gifts. I love that. The season of giving, the season of gifting beyond material. That's what we're touching on for a Mighty Monday with Candice Warner. Any comments? Keep those coming through on the WhatsApp line 082-222-1049. Now you don't have to think, oh my goodness, I must get that very fancy, necklace, that fancy handbag for my wife. She'll appreciate it. Yes, she will. She'll probably appreciate a back rub and a beautiful conversation with you as well. We'll get to more of those with Candice Warner just after these.
Mighty Mondays on the O Factor with Olwetu Nodada.
Hey, morning hearties, welcome back to the O Factor. It's a mighty Monday, this 9th of December. We're unpacking the art of giving beyond material things, and Candice has just really anchored how important it is to gift the things that you can't put in a box.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Let's do practical tips. How do I get it? How do I make it feel good for me gifting and make sure the other person receiving feels good as well?
Yes. So the first thing is, make it meaningful. And you and I were just speaking about this off air. It's focus on a thoughtful, personalized gift where you're thinking of the person whom you're wanting to bless and give this gift to, and all the attributes and characteristics that speaks to who they are. Because sometimes we look for gifts that speak more to our personalities and what we like. And I've often, I've had the experience of, gifting a parent. I'll make that example. When my mom would say to me, this isn't really something that I enjoy or that I like, And in reflecting on that, I realized that might have been something I enjoyed more, liked more. And so personalized gifts that reflect the person's interest and what they love and what they enjoy. So make it meaningful. And then give beyond the material gifts.
Sure.
give your skills, your time, your effort, your presence, being present with the person. And that really matters. We've established how that often could show up in our relationships, is that often people just want to know that there's an ear.
Sure.
You know, that's willing and able to listen and has capacity to listen. And then finally, spread joy exclusively. Spread joy exclusively during this time.
Love
Be
that.
intentional about spreading the joy that you have. And if there's capacity for that, ensure that you're constantly pouring that out, you know, and that you aren't keeping that to yourself. Spread joy in this time. There's a lot of people that, and we've said this earlier on, a lot of people who have encountered loss and gone through a really dark season and time or feel that way in this season. And so how do you spread joy? Through the kindness and how you show up toward your fellow human.
So important. Spread joy exclusively. Like that phrase I'm going to hang on to because it's the easiest thing, it's the most accessible thing to you. And when you spread that joy, like you always say, even with kindness, it just comes back to you.
It's that pay it forward. You know, thinking.
Love that. We've wrapped up the art of gifting with For a Mighty Monday. Candice, thank you so much. We're sprinting to the end of the year. I can't wait to have you back next week as just we unpack, reflect and really think on what we had expected for 2024.
Sure.
And
we'll run through that entire list of what we covered this year. I know that there were listeners that have religiously joined Mighty Monday. I've received a lot of inbox messages over the course of this year, just sharing with me the impact of our Mighty Monday space and what we share. People sitting with journals.
Love that.
Making notes.
Yes.
And so we're going to reflect together back on what this journey's been like. I'm excited.
Wait. That's next week, Monday, the 16th of December. We wrap up our Mighty Monday season for 2024 with the stunning Candice Lynn Warner.